the president of Call to Rescue Philippines, a completer of 6 World Marathon Majors, a TV host, speaker, consultant, and coach. SCGC leaders, let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Anthony Pangilinan.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you for not mispronouncing my title. Sa iba kasi binabago eh. Imbis na Chief Disturber, pag binabasa nila Chief Distributor. Yung isa sabi, Chief Disburser. Kasi hindi na pwedeng disturber. Pero tama kayo, congratulations. Chief Disturber. Are you ready to get disturbed? Dr. Margaret Wheatley, an expert in the field of change. She said this in the Change Management Conference that humbled us all. We are 400 change consultants in parts of the world. Can I clarify one thing? Fellow consultants. None of us here can change any organization. None of us here can change even one person. Then she said this, we can only disturb an organization. We can only disturb another person. How many of you have been trying to change your spouse? You have to laugh. And by disturb, she meant you can influence. You can inspire, you can motivate, you can provide new learning, you can offer opportunities, you can force. Pwede natin pilitin, pwede sabihin ng isang tao, pero hindi natin pwede sa buhay. Dahil ang pagbabago, manggagaling sa iyo mismo. Tama ba? Could you raise your left hand, please? All of us, left. Tap the shoulder to your left and say, get ready to get disturbed.
Get ready to get disturbed.
Raise your right hand. Tap the shoulder to your right and say, you already look disturbed.
You look disturbed.
One of my mentors, Dr. John Maxwell, assured me though, Dr. John Maxwell, Dr. George Blake, that disturbances to a good heart lead to positive change. Ang nagpapadistorbo, nagbabago. Disturbances to a good heart lead to positive change. So I was asked to speak on the topic SURPASS. And I'm reminded of one of my mentors, Jim Collins. Something he shared some time back, but still I think very relevant today. Author of the book, Built to Great, Built to Last, How the Mighty Fall, Great by Choice. This guy speaks at $250,000 per engagement. Pang classic. And it disturbed me to hear him say that good is the enemy of great. Kaya mali daw yung good morning. Because when you're satisfied with good, it becomes an enemy of being great. And hopefully, all of us here this morning are bent on not just being good, but being great. And in great, even greater. Some have false humility saying, Anthony, ang yabang ko naman kung great. Good na lang. But who was it who said, the greatest among you shall be your servant? When you mentioned that we are here to uplift, isn't it worthwhile to pursue great servantship? Tell your seatmate somebody whom you think is a great professional. Come on, tell your seatmate. I'll give you 10 seconds. Name a professional whom you think is great, not just good. Maybe in the field of business or sports. Come on. In the field of music. No, you don't have to mention your own name. You know, somebody else's name. Pacquiao, I heard. Sino pa? Beaver. Sino pa? LeBron. Kobe. Right? Sino pa? Bata Reyes. Bill Gates. Who's playing with Federer? Huh? They're doing this invitational advocacy tennis tournament. They're going to be partnered with somebody else. I don't know who. Would you know? Sino may arch enemy ni Federer? Nadal. Yeah, he's playing with somebody else. They're going to do this in Africa to raise money for schools. So meron silang NGO that they're supporting. Look at your seatmate. What do you see?
You're okay.
Don't look at me. Look at your seatmate. Parang ayaw mo tingnan yung seatmate mo, no? Maganda. Nagaganda pa. Good is the enemy of great. And I hope that today we're willing to stretch ourselves beyond where we already are today. That's why the topic is surpass. Do we have that on screen? Surpassing, no? The present, leading with motivation towards the future. That's our topic today. Dalawang klase lang daw ang professional sa mundo. Okay? Where would you fall under? Those who are mature and immature. The mature and the immature. The immature only choose between two. Good, bad. Yes, no. Here, there. Black, white. Friend, foe. The mature choose among three. Good, better, best. Minimum above average. Excellent. Good. Better. Great. Look at your seatmate. What do you see? Mature?
You're great.
Dapat lang.
Mature.
O matanda lang. You should give yourself a round of applause because, let me say why. Today, they told me I'll be talking to the most mature people of Unistar. Tama ba? Ito na, no? Ito na lahat, di ba? Wala namang mature pa dito. Could you all stand up, please? Face a partner. No choice. Somebody near you. Okay. When I say go, face a partner, not me. Okay? I love this. I love this. When I say go, wait for my cue. I want you to greet this person. Okay? I don't know how you greet each other. Pag sinabi ko go, batiin nyo yung katabi ninyo. Okay? Katapat ninyo. But, this is what's in your mind. This person borrowed money from you last year, 6 months ago. Hindi ka pa binabayaran. Okay? Personal to, not what you do as a business. Ang masama dyan, pag nakatalikod ka, sinisiraan ka pa. Okay? And it does not help that you found out, especially at this time, that this person contracted a highly contagious infectious disease last night. How will you greet a person when you have this mindset? Ready? Don't look at me, look at your seatmate. Set, go! Wala. Okay. Ang tawag dyan, non-compliance. Okay? Yung mga nag-comply, minimum. Now, change your mind. We're talking vision here. Change your mind. When I say go, you're going to greet this person again. Okay? But this is your BFF. Please tell your seatmate, yung mga medyo matanda ko, ano yung BFF. What's BFF? Best friend forever. Okay? You grew up with this person. You love this person inside out. Lahat ng storya ng buhay niya, good, bad, and ugly, at alam din niya ang tungkol sa'yo. Hindi ka nananahimik eh. Di ba? Naminis mo na itong tao to, Dahil grade school pa lang, magkasama na kayo. Pero 5 years mo na siyang hindi nakikita. 5 years you've been looking for this person, online, offline. And then suddenly, dito pa sa Marco Polo kayo nakikita. After 5 years, somebody you love, who you heard, won the 300 million mega lotto last week.
Wow!
So how will you greet? Ready, set, go!
Wala ka naman dyan!
Tama na, sobrang na yan. Sabi ko, BFF, hindi BF. Tiniryosan niyo masyado, ha? The second greeting, commitment. Did you notice? All out. What is the key so that you and the people around you will not just comply to the minimum in 2020, but commit to the maximum? What's the key? I'll give a prize to the person who does it. A prize. You know what prize I want? What's the key? You experienced it. Mindset. Congratulations. Oh, my prize, my prize. My prize. Not relationship. That's the fruit. The root is mindset. Not money. Pera. That's the fruit. That's not the root. The moment you change your mind, suddenly there was a relationship. You know this? The moment you change your mind, suddenly there was money. Suddenly there was value to the other person.
Yes.
Mindset. That's the power of a vision. And how long did it take you to change your mind? You change your mind. You revision. Kaya may salitang revision. When it comes to 2020 and your new targets, may mga bago targets ba?
Yes.
You'll be amazed at your performance starting tomorrow. Raise your right hand, please. Tap the shoulder to your right and say, baguhin mo pag-iisip mo.
Bagay ka na.
Raise your left hand, tap the shoulder to your left. Tatanggalin na kita sa pag-iisip ko. Give yourselves a round of applause. Come on, guys. The power of, sorry about that, of a mindset. Set this aside. I'd like to share 7 big ideas this morning from the word SURPASS. Para madaling matandaan. That I believe will help us move from where we are to where we were meant to be. The acceptable now to the desirable tomorrow. For all of you, leaders, hopefully, this will be new motivation. Let's start with the first. I guess you already know I'm going to use the word SURPASS. S. Situations are changing. Would you agree? The business environment is changing, customers are evolving, systems are developing, traffic is worsening, the virus is spreading. Targets are increasing. Look at that person beside you. Look at that face that is transforming. Tingnan ninyo. A face that only a mother can love. Di ba may joke na gano'n? Everything is changing. I just finished a new course in INSEAD in Singapore, and one day my friend invited me to the Singapore Institute of Technology, which is another school, to have coffee. Sabi ko, magkakapilan tayo, bakit Japan? Just come here, Anthony. When I got there, she introduced me to the owner of the cafe. Okay? Nice to meet you. We entered the cafe. I placed my order. The order is prepared. The coffee is prepared. I'm asked to pay. I pay. I'm thanked. We leave the cafe, of which there was no human being present. It was all robotics. Even the one preparing my coffee. Even the one thanking me. And the owner told me, next quarter, Changi Airport is coming up. And then he said, I love my new company, Anthony. Sabi ko, why? My employees do not complain.
Oh.
Diba? No issue with overtime.
Yes.
They work 24/7. And they don't have a choice when I want to upload them.
Bartender.
Tama ba? Pagbalik ko, nakalimutan ko yung telepono ko eh. Pagbalik ko, binati ba ng welcome back to Sir Pangilinan? No, because of facial recognition, my gosh, they know everything about you. Technology is an enabler? Yes, for the longest time, but it's also a replacer. Right? Especially if you do not maximize your human potential. Kakainin tayo ng buhay ng teknolohiya. Look at your seatmate. Madali bang palitan? Look at your seatmate. Let's be serious about this. 1980s in this country, 1980s, 9 out of 10 children looked up to parents as role models. Now it's down to 4. Only 4 children out of 10 in the Philippines look up to their parents as role models. Power of technology? Yes, but also the failure of parents. Gallup International Global Study. 7 out of 10. 1 million professionals surveyed, studied all over the world. 7 out of 10 are only partly, some totally disengaged with their companies. Only 3 out of 10 are engaged. Engaged, ibig sabihin talagang connected and committed. Imagine. In the world today. When Peter Drucker, the father of management, died about 7-8 years ago, before he died, he said this: the universities of today are the barren wastelands of tomorrow. Unless they change the way they teach. Kung hindi magbabago ang pagtuturo ng mga profesor, wala nang makikinig sa kanilang mga bata.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Pag tinanong mo profesor ngayon, na isang tanong ang sagot sa'yo, I'll get back to you. Ang sagot ng bata, I'll just Google it. Right? I'm in anti-human trafficking. That's an NGO I'm committed to, called to rescue. 2016, guys, 40,000 children, okay, reported cases of online sex exploitation of children in this country. 40,000. 2018, 600,000. Mababa tayo. I have an 8-year-old still. When my daughter, Solana, goes online, the question is, who will she listen to? Her parents? Or the one who wants to use her online? The answer lies in who is the stronger influencer. Who is the leader? Maraming leader ngayon hindi na rin pinapansin dahil papaya, hindi nag-iingat. It's a disconnected world. It's a disconnected world. You're together, but somehow you're not, right? Physically you're there, but you're somewhere else. Don't be too hard on yourself. It's not just our fault. It's also, as I said, the power of technology. How many of you were alive in the 80s? Can you raise your hand? How many of you were already leaders in the 80s? Do you remember what we had to do to change the channel in the 80s? What did we have to do to change the channel in the 80s? Oh, di ba? Kailangan ganon, di ba? E pag masira yun, ano kailangan gawin? Slides, tama, di ba? Alam mo ha? Di ba? Ilan na pagpipilian ng 80s? 2, kung sa probinsya. Kung sa Maynila, mga nasa 4, 5, di ba? 2, 5, 7, 9, 13, di ba? 4, so about 5 or 6. So, just keep this in mind. Ang hirap ng palitan, kailangan tumayo, di ba? Kakaunti pa ang pagpipilian. Right? That's why we as customers or audiences, we were left with not much choice. Mas patiisin tayo nun eh. Yan na lang, wala namang iba eh. Lalo na pag Holy Week, di ba? The robe lang ata, di ba? 10 Commandments. Eh ngayon, para palitan. Iba nga, wala nang remote eh. Voice control na lang eh. Di ba? Ganun na lang, di ba? At ilan ang pagpipilian? Hindi mo naman mabilang eh. Kung mag-online ka. Raise your right hand. Tap the shoulder to your right. Madali ka ng palitan. Uy, sa mister sinabi mo. Raise your left hand. Come on! Tap the shoulder to your left. This is reality. Maraming pagpipilian.
Maraming pipilian.
Let's watch this. Let's watch this. Okay, I want more context to the text I'm talking about. Okay, this was previously shown 4 or 5 years ago, updated to the present. Let's watch this. No choice. Who's under 30 years old here? Meron ba? Naku, half wala dito. Ayun, meron na isa, dalawa. Tatlo. Out of 10 decisions online. (75% 2020 of mobile is media. Videos. Kaya ang hirap kumausap ng tao, 7 seconds lang, ang attention span. Talo pa tayo ang isda. 1 out of 3 online marriages last longer. Tell your seatmate, may pag-asa ka pa. Come on. I will read legendary leadership guru Max decree. The first responsibility of leadership is to define reality. The first responsibility of leadership is to define reality. Have we accepted the reality of the changing situations around us? We cannot surpass them unless we first accept them. You cannot go where you want to go unless you establish where you are. Tama ba? Saan ka papunta, Marco Polo? Nasaan ka? Hindi ko alam. Makati, maaari. Quezon City, pwede rin. There is no way I would have arrived here through Waze if I did not know where I was in the first place. Nung nasa math class tayo nung high school, ang teacher natin may binibigay sa mga problema na tinatawag na givens. Natatandaan niyo mga givens? Question. Do you question givens? Ma'am, I can't solve the problem. Please change the givens. What did we do with the givens? We accept. And then we solve. Right? The problem. Yung pinanood natin, given. Yung boss ninyo, given. Parang may mga na-depressed doon. Yung asawa nyo, given. Dahil sa asawa ninyo, kayo given din. Let me give you 2 principles of boss management. Okay, I give you 1 day, pero 2 principles lang. If you want to work well with your boss, know your boss. Inside out. Even those things your boss does not want you to know. Because the more you know, the more you'll be able to work well and more efficiently, effectively with your boss, right? And to know, the Greek etymology is to fully apprehend. You do not know anyone until you fully apprehend that person. Kung hindi mo pa siya fully apprehend, mababaw lang ang kalaman natin. Make sense? Now, I'll say the other principle. So first principle, know your boss. Second principle, if you can't change your boss, change your boss. Tama ba? Kung hindi mo siya pasikmura, di ba? Ba't ka nandyan? May choice ka naman. But while you're there, you serve faithfully. That is actually the Fortune magazine definition of loyalty. You give yourself 101% to your company and to your boss. And then when you go, because you don't have to stay forever, you learn to keep the right secrets. Yun lang yun. Yung mga hindi na pwede ikwento, hindi na kailangan ikwento, huwag na ikwento. That is loyalty. Come on, tell your secret. Hindi kwento. Ito ko sa akin. Tell your secret. Atin-atin naman yun. Nasa YouTube naman eh. Diba? What givens do you struggle with? Kasi pag mali ang diagnosis, mali ang prescription. Pag mali ang prescription, mali ang treatment. Pag mali ang treatment, patay ang pasyente. It starts with diagnosis. That's why my wife's uncle kept on complaining about rheuma. In 5 years, he was dead. Because it wasn't rheuma, it was bone cancer. But he wouldn't have himself diagnosed. So everything he did was off. Right? The right solution. Raise your left hand. Tap the shoulder to your left and say, magpa-diagnose ka na. Raise your right hand. Tap the shoulder to your right. Sa'yo ako nagdududa.
Sa'yo ko nagdududa.
What situation is happening that you are still struggling with? I walk into this room, we're 50 change consultants. Our speaker was Dee Hong, CEO Emeritus of Visa International. And we had 1 hour with him. He will tell us the secret to survive and thrive in business. So we enter the room, 1 hour lang on how to survive and thrive. Hindi lang good, but great. Pagpasok namin, sabi niya, "Welcome, K-Lords!" Nagtingin kami, what's that? For the entire hour, that's all he talked about. The first 30 minutes, the first part of the word, chaos. The second part of the presentation, the second part of the word, order. First 30 minutes, he brainwashed us. The world is in chaos and it's going to get worse. Tanggapin na natin. Kung palagay nyo, komplikado ang relationship sa Facebook, mas magiging complicated pa yan. But the second part of the presentation was an order. And he challenged each one of us there. He said, you provide order. Stop looking for order from your boss. Or from the competition, from the industry, or from the leaders of this country. Or stop demanding it from your children, or insisting that your spouse gives more order. You, by the way you live your life and run your business, be the order around you. That makes you a K-Lord. And you will not just survive, you will thrive. S, situations are changing. Tanggapin na natin ang katotohanan. Raise your right hand. Come on, tap the shoulder to your right. Tanggapin mo na ang katotohanan. Raise your left hand. Tinatanggap na kita. Ikaw ang katotohanan ng buhay ko. You. See, understanding, however, of the situation is unique. Very personal. May pagbabago, may natutuwa, may nangangamba, may nagpapanik, may deadma. Di ba? May sobrang motivated, may walang kamalay-malay. You share a vision, half will say yes, half want to leave the room. Iba't ibang reaction eh. Could you all stand up, please? And every leader should know this. Point to the ceiling. Do clockwise circles. Point up clockwise. May teacher seatmate, what is clockwise? O ngayon ha, huwag yung babaguhin ng ikot ha. Same turn, same turn. Just go down to stomach level. Still pointing up, same turn. Stomach level, pointing up, same. Now look down. Is it still clockwise? Counter na, di ba? Why? The change did not, there's no change in the third. Can you tell me why? Price. Perspective, congratulations. Ganun na. Catch. This is the view of the boss. This is the view of the subordinate. This is the view of the child. This is the view of the parent. This is the view of the professor. This is the view of the student. This is the view of the customer. This is the view of the provider. All views are correct. It's the one who is able to empathize and connect with all the views that becomes the leader of all.
Yes.
Did you get that? Yung nakakaramdam, nakakakita ng pananaw ng lahat. It doesn't mean you have to agree with everybody, but you can relate. Right? You understand. Siya ang maging leader ng lahat. And then you see. Yeah, you take your seats. Ang problema kasi natin, ako din, ang problema ko ito minsan, as a leader, as a father, this is my problem. O, clockwise, di ba? Tama. Tama. Hindi. Eh, ba't ka nagtama noong una? Because you felt the pressure. Did you notice what I did to her? And this is what some of you do. You have to be honest. Like, we look at somebody below us and we say, tama ako, di ba? Ako nasagot niya, tama ako. But after a while, she realizes, wait, I don't really agree. But because I'm being forceful and I have the power and authority, then she has to give it to me. Kahit na mali ang minsan, pumapayag na sila dahil may akong boss eh. Hindi, dapat, if I want to see your perspective, I should not force my view. I should take your position, right? And then see it. Oh my God, counter. Clockwise sa akin, counter sa kanya. The understanding of what's going on is unique. Let's watch this. And be honest with me. As you watch this, tell me what's going on in you. This guy was doing something really stupid. Raise your hands, come on. Just like the mom. So did you see the change, however, in the mom? From, how dare you, to, thank you. Come on, tell your seatmate, huwag ka kasi nabuhusga. Come on, tell your seatmate. Ang bilis-bilis mo maghusga. May dalawang lalaki, okay, bata, may isang nanay, Yung isa masyadong positive, yung isa masyadong negative. So sabi niya, I want them to have a better perspective. Kasi yung isa overly pessimistic, yung isa overly optimistic. I want more balance. Are you following? Are you following the story so far? So what did she do? She put the overly negative son in a room full of toys. Yung mga paborito niya laruan. Okay? And then she put the overly positive son in a room full of more shit. Okay? Waist deep. Sabi niya siguro naman after a while, medyo mas negative na ito. Tapos yung negative, siguro noon after a while, mas happy at positive na siya. Are you following? So after 1 hour, she checked. Pagpunta niya sa kwarto, dinignan niya yung napaka-negative na bata. Nasa isang sulok! Walang ginagawa! Sabi niya, anak, bakit? Why? Ano sagot ng bata? Mom, with all these toys here, for no apparent reason, there must be a catch somewhere. Pag negative ka, talaga negative ka yun. So medyo na-discourage siya. Wow, hirap naman baguhin ito. So she checked the positive. She did not go inside because full of shit, right? Sumilip lang siya. Anong nakita niya? Kumakas niya ba? Sabi niya, son, what's going on? Sabi niya, wow, with all this shit here, there's got to be a horse somewhere. Look at your seatmate. What do you see? No, I'm just asking, the positive son or the negative son? Sabi to, a horse. Ano a horse? Who do you think will win in business more? Who has more chances of winning in business? Of course! The one who's more positive. Chiquitan used to just, attend my seminars, sometimes with Francis, my partner for 12 years. We were together for 12 years since we decided to run our own organization. Attend lang ng attend yan si Chinky. Actually, can attend your next seminar. He'll take notes in the back. Can attend your next session. After all, sabi ko, attend ka nag-attend. Ikaw na nga icebreaker. Can you do the introduction? Can you do something to, wake up the audience? Excited siya. Inabutan ko pa, siyempre, kasi he was adding value today. He's one of the most successful trainers in your field, financial management. Personal financial management. Then I asked him, Chinky, sa lahat ng natutunan na natin the past decades, what is the one that stands out the most in being a success? Sabi niya, alam natin to, Anthony. Positive mindset brings positive action and positive results. Negative mindset, negative action, negative results. It's all in the mind. What is your understanding of what is going on around you? Next slide, please. Look at this. Pag may nangyayari, next slide. Look at that. Triggers. Kanya-kanya tayong trigger. When something happens, your reaction is different from his. Right? Yung reaction mo, iba dun sa katabi mo. Kasi kanya-kanya tayong trigger. Kanya-kanya tayong background. Look at that. What triggers you? Can you choose one? Tell your seatmate. Truth. Yung iba, pag nakita na ang katotohanan, dun sila nabibigla. Kasi ayaw harapin ang katotohanan eh. Di ba? Raise your right hand. Tap the shoulder to your right and say, umalis na siya. Iniwanan ka na niya. Truth. Right? Let's clarify something here. There is something. Okay. I said negative mindset. Negativity is an attitude. Negative facts have to be acknowledged. Iba yung dalawang yun, ha? Iba yung negative reality na tinatanggap. Iba yung nega. Yung nega, parati na lang negative. Yung iba kasi sobrang extreme eh. Pag may sinabi, boss, wala tayong benta. Ano sagot kagad? Wala magsasalita ng negative dito. Lahat tayo positive lang. Eh kung talagang wala kang benta, tanggapin mo, katotohanan. Are you with me? Yes. There's a difference between negative and destructive. Negative is, 3 buwan na. Wala ka pa yung benta. Eh kung totoo naman, di ba? Alam mo ano yung destructive? Ito yung destructive. Dadagdagan mo eh. Mukha mo pa lang eh. Alam mo na hindi ka na makakabenta. Did you see? You cross the line and you curse the person. That is destructive. That is unacceptable. Pero kung talagang nasa pula ka, sa FS mo, tanggapin mo yung pula na yun, di ba? Tama mo? Truth is a trigger. Some people can't accept the truth. Roles are a trigger. Pag dinagdagan yung responsibilidad mo, di ba? Pag nagbago, minsan natitiligan tayo. Kasi sanay na tayo dito eh. Eh ngayon, multitasking na. Right? Roles can trigger a reaction. Ifs, the mga worries. What if this happens? What if that happens? What if this does not happen? What if I don't reach my target? What if? That's another trigger. Goals. Goals can be a trigger. Sometimes your own goals. Sometimes you have conflicting goals. Could you all stand up, please? What do you really want? What do you really want? Point to the ceiling. Do figure eights. If you really want to draw figure eights, you can draw figure eights if you are focused. Okay, now put your hand down. Now, put your hand down with your right foot now. Kaya consistent now. Right foot kanina, right hand, right foot. Okay, just with your foot now, point to the floor. And just with the foot. Draw zeros on the floor. Kaya ba? Kasi your goal was to draw a zero. And because you're focused, you can accomplish it. O ngayon, 8 sa taas. Tapos, 0 sa baba, ha? Sabay. Go! Can you do it?
No. Bilog.
Can you do it? Oh, come on!
Bilog.
You can barely do it. Kasi nangyayari dyan, yung 8 nagiging 0, yung 0 nagiging 8. Look, listen guys, major applications in business and in life. The quality of both initiatives go down because they're conflicting. You cannot pursue conflicting goals.
Yes.
Both will suffer. Right? You can pursue different goals if they're aligned. But when they're not aligned, talo ba negosyo mo? Raise your left hand naman. Tapos ulit ulit at say, mamili ka na.
Mamili ka.
Next. Goals! May kasama ako sa isang lugar, sabi niya, babae siya, sabi niya, ano ba naman itong party to? Ang dami naninigarilyo. Sakit na sa baga ko. Dami uso. Sabi niya. Sabi ko, o ba't di ka po eh? Sagot niya, ang daming gwapo. Ano ba ang gusto mo? Right? Ano ba ang gusto mo? Winners focus, losers spray. I do a lot of things. I do the math, just like you finance. So I do the math. M, I'm in media. A, advocacy work. T, training. And because I am in media, I have a network of business partners for the last 30 years. I do market hacking. H, hacking. The good kind of hacking, hopefully. Bad hacking is you mess things up, right? Good hacking is you make it easier for people to get things done quicker. So I do the math. So there are 4 different things, but they're all connected. Otherwise, magkakaroon tayo eh. Kung talaga hindi ka marunong kumanta, huwag ka nang umasang kumanta. Kasi kawawa naman ang mga nakikinig sa iyo. Pwede sa banyo, pero huwag naman sa stage. What are your goals? Gaps, of course. Because of the... Look at this. Gaps. Peter Senge, MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. You stretch your rubber band vertically. These are all your goals. Right? Vision. Are you following? Mga pangarap natin sa buhay. Target. Lower reality. This is where you are. What do you feel because of the gap between the vision and the reality? Tension. He calls it creative tension. Not negative tension. Creative tension. Because that creative tension is inspiring, it's moving you, it's forcing you in a sense to come up with a plan of action so that your reality will move towards the vision. Without that tension, there is no inspiration. Hindi ka babangon na umaga, diba sa umaga? Importante yung tension because of the vision. 100-meter finals, Olympics. Starting line, finish line. Question. Are the runners tense in the starting line? Of course! Wala naman nakaupo na sa starting line. Oh, selfie muna tayo. Everybody's tense, but they're tense for the finish line. So when the starting gun is fired, nobody runs to the left. Nobody runs to the right. Everybody runs towards the finish line. Tension is good if it's based on vision. Eh bakit ako ang tinatawag ng tension lang ng vision? You have embraced everybody else's vision. Kaya ka may tension, pero hindi na nagaling sa sarili mong pangarap ng iba. Guys, this is the brutal fact. If you don't know what you want, you can call it mission, purpose, goal, target, objective, vision. If you don't know what you want, you'll be used by people who know what they want.
Yes.
Papasok ng umaga. Uy, pagawa naman ito. Oh, sure, di ba? Uy, sige. Punta po. Wala na. Ang dami mong tension, pero wala namang vision. Kasi ginagamit yan ibang may pananaw sa buhay. The environment causes triggers too, right? Especially now. We can see that, and there's going to be more. There's going to be more triggered by changes in the environment. Relationships, of course, the biggest. It causes a trigger. Sabi nila, if you're not patient before you get married, you will learn patience after you get married. But if you're already patient